Hey everyone, I'm Vincent,
And I'm Joffin.
and today we're talking about the latest Matmos release.
Matmos?
Matmos?
Mighty Mouse.
Matmos rode Matmos to Macklemore Creek with Mick Jagger. Tried to turn that into a tongue twister, it didn't work.
You turned it into a bunch of rambling nonsense like you always do.
Well, that's just music reviewing in general.
I feel like only when we do it.
Nah, you have to like create an opinion that's really stupid and like justify it. So like I could honestly say that this album's a 2 because
Are we talking about politics or music reviews?
everything. They're the same. They're the same. They're the same.
Yeah.
That's what Pitchfork is like the Donald Trump of music reviews, and Anthony Fantano is the Bernie Sanders, and he's gonna give us all free ice cream.
What was Hillary Clinton?
That's a good question. Can't think of anyone who like
Who's a music reviewer that's just really out of touch but wants to seem young and hip?
Eminem.
That's not a reviewer, that's an artist.
Eminem.
Eminem is Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about this latest Matmos release, Plastic Anniversary. Matmos is an experimental electronic music duo consisting of the couple MC Schmidt and Drew Daniel. They've been around since the late 90s and worked with the likes of Bjork. I'm mostly familiar with them because of their 2016 release Ultimate Care 2, which consisted of entirely sounds produced by the musicians Whirlpool Ultimate Care 2 washing machine, which they recorded in their basement, which is just incredible. And Plastic Anniversary, their latest release, kind of takes a similar trend. It is all the sounds on this album are just plastic or versions of plastic, whether it's billiard balls or synthetic synthetic fat. It's all plastic, and it's meant to celebrate the couple's 25th anniversary. So like the silver anniversary, plastic anniversary, and it's supposed to like explore our relationship with the plastic and how it qualifies. Durability, portability, and longevity are both useful for humans and harmful to the environment. So you get these like this like both like sounds on here are very like beautiful when composed together. Individually, a lot of these sounds are disgusting. Like billiard balls being smacked together. The synthetic fat being slapped. It just But you get some beautiful compositions. You also get some compositions that are very frightening and make me feel like I'm having a panic attack. And like I have a plastic bag on my face. Or no, like I'm like one of those ducks that has like the soda rings around their neck, and I just can't get it off. I can't get the soda ring off my neck. Or is it penguins? Who has the soda ring problem with soda rings?
Penguins, fish, seals.
Yeah, I have one, but it somehow fit around my neck.
Pretty much anything that lives in this water.
Why do we still have those things?
Capitalism. Because we've figured out like a ton of companies have like made biodegradable versions of them, but they're more expensive.
I say you'd make it out of paper.
I don't think that'd hold that well.
I say you make it out of humans. Make it out of leather. If you know what I mean.
Human leather.
But yeah, go back to this album. And also one of the things I don't know if it's intended or if I'm just digging deep. It's kind of how relationships work, because especially a long-lasting relationship, you're gonna have these peaks and valleys, and the positive and harmful, negative, and it's just something you're gonna have to deal with constantly throughout your life.
One thing I liked on this album is how like it seems to be like using these like very clear like plastic synthetic sounds, but it seems to be exploring like almost close to like the whole range of like music because like you've got like the Crying Pill, which has like a very like classical like composition like element to it, but again like made of all these synthetic things, and then like Collapse of the Fourth Kingdom, some of these other ones have like a world music vibe, like cool. Like
Yeah,
being
because
based on,
very
like,
carnival like vibe.
Yeah,
Like I'm feeling like I'm behind a parade, and it starts off and there's just a few drummers, and then more people show up, and then we dismantle capitalism, and then we're just stuck in this void of emptiness.
and then socialism.
Void of emptiness.
Socialism is not a void of emptiness, Vincent. Socialism is the future.
But people aren't smart. We can't handle good things.
I didn't say it was going to be a long-lasting future.
Icarus flew too close to the sun, and he got like a fucked up sunburn.
But his wings are fine.
His wings are fine. They're fine. He's just like, oh, it's too hot.
Oh,
Too hot. Just can't handle
so
it.
sweaty. Gonna
yeah.
have to take my shirt off.
Starting everything off with like Breaking Bad, how we get all these human leather, all these layers of percussion stacked on top of each other. It's just phenomenal. The bounciness of the track is insane. Crying Peel. I feel like someone's like, you ever see that scene in SpongeBob where like he gets two pickles together and squeaks them together? That is this track in a nutshell. It's just like something squeaking in my ear. All this plastic. It's nasty.
But it still sounded so beautiful.
It's great. It's great. I feel like I'm in this weird, like fun house where like a bunch of clowns are chasing me, and it's absolutely insane.
There is like a weird, like, to some of these tracks, like horror film vibe.
Yeah.
Like if somebody was to make like an actually like good carnival themed horror film, and I preface this actually good because I don't think there really has been one. Carnival Soulstone was actually good. That only had a carnival for like 5 minutes. So never mind. Off topic. If somebody had like an actual good like clown carnival themed horror film, this would be like, some of these songs would be like a great soundtrack because it has like the weird like synthetic, like almost like balloons being like rubbed together.
Oh yeah, that's another
sound,
thing. Yeah,
and like mixed with like well composition, but like it sounds kind of horrifying sometimes. Like the opening of like Crying Pill, even before like it gets into like the kind of like classical like music structure, like it's kind of got like a horror vibe to it.
Interior with billiard balls instead of the fact. That's synthetic fat. That's when we get these nasty fucking billiard boards hitting each other, and it sounds like they're not like smacking each other with pool stick, and that comes together. It's we do get moments where they're being hit with a cue, and you get this nice distance of percussion. The percussion's moving away. I absolutely love it. But you also get the synthetic fat, and that comes up in silicone gel implant. There's a lot of just slapping. There's a lot of thick slapping. We get moments like Thermoplastic Riot, which is another way of incorporating percussion. I think it's brilliant. The use of percussion across this whole entire thing is brilliant because a majority of it is, or it's pitching of very squeals and harmonizing of these various squeals and turning them to like synth-like maneuvers. I think are incredible. The singing tube is just completely odd. It's hard to explain even. I'll try my hardest. It's just this mix of... It is one of the most, just, I guess, unnerving moments in this entire album. It starts off kind of normal, and then it just gets into the shit. It just, like, basically all these tracks, you think they're like, okay, there's not, like, 2 minutes worth of material in here. And then they progress it even more, and it just keeps on going. And I'm just like, oh, okay. It's just like, oh, I guess you don't have any more ideas. And they're like, oh, we got all the ideas. Yeah. You hear the synthetic flat. Collapse of the Fourth Kingdom, I already kind of explained what the idea of that is. It's kind of like this carnivalesque falling parade, and then you get to dismantling of like a society. Kind of leads to these, I think I read on their Bandcamp, it's actually it sounds like plastic chips, but I heard it's like record chips being fallen. And then you get to the entire mess of plastic sphere, which is this void of space. It's just ongoing. It goes on for a really long time. I think it's my least favorite track because it's not really musically anything. It's kind of like an ambient moment, but I think this album could have done without it, but I like that it's there.
Yeah. I think just what's the most amazing about this album is like what you said, like all these sounds are gross sounds. Yeah. They're obnoxious sounds. They're bad sounds. But like there's not a single moment I think in this album that I was like annoyed by them. it always works.
Yeah, it always works in the environment. I'm not saying I think it always works in the environment, but it isn't. At times that it can be threatening.
Yeah,
it can be.
Like, but
it's
like
more
it's
as a composition.
but like it's meant to be.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing because
Yeah.
it's threatening. I'm saying that more goes back to plastic and the general theme of it and how it
Yeah.
can be threatening. But yeah, I just think this thing encapsulate what plastic is and with music. It just encapsulate the themes of plastic with sound, which is really interesting. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to say.
It's just
Keeping in mind that all scores are futile and meaningless. Right now, I'm feeling like this is a 9. I really liked it a lot.
9.5.
God damn it, Jonathan.
Always a half score. Always.
That time it sounded like you're trying to one up me. Like the better score matters.
Oh no, I'm just always gotta hit that half score. Honestly, I kind of wanted to give it a 10, but you can't do 10.5 because it's only out of 10, so I had to just sell for 9.5.
Wait, do you honestly think it's a 10?
Yeah, there's not a single moment in this album that I'm like, oh, this is bad, or no, this doesn't really work. It's like the whole album is like, it's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's 10. I really like it. I don't think it's 10.
9.5.
9.5. You don't have to change your opinion if you think it's 10.
No,
go ahead.
no,
we can,
no,
we can,
I already-
we can market this video
No,
as a 10.
I already
it will go better if it's a 10.
I already explained. Always a half score.
God damn it.
Always a half score.
Always a half score. You're always a half pain in my ass. Until next time, guys, I'm Vincent.
And I'm Jonathan.
And remember, always half score.
Always a half score.
Always half.